Hello everyone. So we are going to continue with the second part of this word processing, which is the 15th chapter of your book. So we'll start from tables. When it's come to table, this is how you insert a table. You go to insert tab first, then you can find this table icon. Here you can select the number of rows and columns according to your requirements, and then you can have a table like this. That is very simple. So, and then text alignments in the table. So once you take one cell, you can align text within the cell. So these are the alignments you can have in the text alignments in the table. You can center, left align, right align. So when it's come to the center, you can center from 3 positions. So these are the tabs that you want to align the text in the table. Now here in the alignment column, that is center align. So in that margins column, that is also center align. So in the notes column, that is not center align, some are. So another property of a table is you can merge the cells. Merge means you can combine the cells together. If you notice this, you can see that column 1, 2, 3, 4 and combined or else merge within this table, right? So as well as you can split the cells in the table. Let's say you have merged the cells, and as the same way you have an option in the table properties that you can split one cells into different parts as shown in this picture. And also the another formatting type of the word is grid lines. Grid lines means when you're typing the document, normally it's like a A4 sheets, no rulers there. So if you want, you can have the grid lines. That doesn't mean that the grid lines will comes in the printout. That is just to help us to align the text. So once you are typing, you can have your grid lines. When it's come to printing, this will not appear in your printouts, right? These are called grid lines. And the next one is you can have a page border around your text, right? So you can select different type of borders. How you do that? You go to design tab first, then you can have this command button page border. With clicking on that, you will have this page border tab. Here you can have several type of page borders. You can select according to your requirement, right? And then the templates. You have already ready-made templates in Word. So it's in the file tab. Before you are typing, then you can have the ready-made templates. So that is another option. Header and the footer. Header means, as shown in the picture, that is the header you use to apply page numbers, date or whatever the topics you need, right? How you insert that? Again, you can go to insert tab, then there you can find header and footer. You can insert header and footer from the insert tab. So this is an example for headers and footer. So the upper part, it says in the header ABC Fruit Wholesaling Company, and the footer part, it says the page number and the date. The next one is page breaker. Page breaker is nothing but once you are done with another page, one page, you can move to the new page. The professional way of doing that, not just pressing the enter button, you have an option called page breaker in the page layout tab, or else you can have it in the insert tab. Next option we are going to learn is page orientation. That means you can decide when you are printing how your document should come, which angle you want to print in the paper. So it can be the portrait, it can be the landscape. So how you do that? You can go to page layout tab or the layout tab. There you can find this button, command button orientation. Once you click down this drop down arrow, you can have this portrait and landscape options. The next one is page numbering. So we are doing within the page header and the footer. So once you insert the header and the footer, then you can insert page numbers from there. Once you insert header or footer or else the page number earlier on, you can insert. So let's say you have inserted the footer. So from after you inserting that, you can go to page number and you can decide it should be appear center or the left right, but you can decide that. And then the document elements. So under this topic we are going to learn first thing, insert pictures. You can insert pictures as shown in the first step. You go to insert tab, and the second tab you click on the command button, and then you will get a dialog box like this, and then there you can select the picture, then you click on insert or a link to a file. Document types. You know, when it's come to document types, so these are the document types you can have. You can have letters type, reports, or it can be a newsletter or a poster, leaflet, information sheets, that is basically the fact sheets, and the memos. So these are the kind of document types you can prepare using the Word. The next topic is mail merge. So that is a unique topic in the Word. What is mail merge? So that is a unique feature in mail merge. Is a unique feature is Microsoft Document as well as Microsoft Excel. So this is used to create multiple documents or letters, whatever the things, envelopes or at once. And this saves your times also. So mail merge lets you create a batch of document, a bulk of document, a bundle of document to a particular topic. Now let's say we want to send a letter to all the students' parents who is in a class. So if there are 55 students, so you have to type the letter 55 times. So without changing the information, that is only a matter of changing the name and the address. So this kind of situations we use mail merge, right? Then why we need mail merge? So that is very important. It saves our time. Let's say we want to send the same document for 10-20 people, then it saves our time. We don't have to type the same letter 10-20 times. We are just changing the names and the address. That is also not manually, automatically that will happens, right? So mail merge is very important when it's come to Microsoft Word and Excel. So these are the steps to follow. You have to click on the mailing tab, then you can have the mail merge button, then you can insert the required fields, and then you can start mail merging, then you can finish the mail merge with the new document. So we'll see how it happens. This is how mail merge works. Go to the mailing tab, then you can select start mail merge button. There, once you click down the drop down arrow, you can have the type of mail merge. It can be a letter, it can be an envelope, label, or whatever the thing, right? So you can select whatever the letter type from there, then click on OK. After that you can insert the fields, whatever the things you have decided to insert. So at the end you can click on the finish mail merge tab. Now you all have a better idea what is Word. So what are the features, what are the things you can do with Microsoft Word, what are the special features it has like mail merge. I hope you all enjoyed the lesson also. So thank you for joining with me in this session. Thank you very much, children.